My god, am I like totally fashion yet?
ランディボックスはグランドスパンツの卓球でお送りしました。
Hey yo, what up? It's Blondie, and I wanted to address a few questions that I was posed multiple times throughout my crossplay, crossdress experience. You're gonna get these questions asked at some point in your life, so you might as well just be prepped for it. A fellow YouTuber asked me this question. His name is Chonibyo. Excuse me if I got it wrong. I've checked out one of his videos which I really liked. I left a comment on there. So Chonibyo asks, have you ever run into any issues from your professional personal life and your crossplaying colliding? I love crossplay, but I'm worried that people may use it against me in the public aspect of my professional life. How do you address/prevent it? Is this potential issue why you've created an alter ego? Alright, so there was this one time I was working at a convention. This was during my maid days, prior to the ones that I have done recently and will be doing in the future. So I was in a maid outfit and I used my real hair since I got it retouched at the salon. At the dealer's room, there was the supplier I had worked with before and that we were currently affiliated with. I'd spoken to the reps, negotiated with them, all of that. And I had no idea what to do. So I impulsively purchased the green wig at the dealer's room, touched it up a little bit. I didn't even know why I chose green. It didn't match with the dress. Maybe I was thinking of Tsuruya that time, and that was it. A while back, I was promoted to a position where I would actually have to go to these meetings and meet with people. And the position that you're thinking of is... it's not doggy style, it's not missionary. The thought of anyone finding out stirred a little bit of paranoia. It would just be flat out awkward since it's something new and unorthodox to them. And within like a few seconds, I'm not really sure if they would be able to empathize. I had to really sit down and think hard about what I'd be facing if someone was to confront me about it. The thing is that you'll never know how the people whom you work with are going to react. It could be positive, where they actually think it's pretty cool. It could be neutral, it's whatever. It could be negative, absolutely hating it for whatever reason. At the end, I decided that crossplay and work are two separate things. One shouldn't touch each other. You have your personal life, you have your professional life. Maybe if you think about it like separation of church and state, you're free to practice whatever religion you want. And the state operates the way it does without being super inclusive. Probably isn't the best analogy, but it's a loose interpretation that you can make a connection to. When it comes to work, crossplay has no relevance and shouldn't interfere with your work productivity. There's a time and place for everything. I'm trying to think of multiple scenarios if they do find out. You're at your desk working, and your boss finds out. It all just depends on how they can handle it. Anything can happen. Here are a few outcomes. Number 1, they confront you about it. You're in a dress right now. I'm really mad. Fired, 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 fired. I don't think it'll happen, but it could. Number 2, they just ignore it. Don't care. He's doing a good job. What he does in private is none of my concern. Number 3, they poke fun at it, they have a few questions, and then after that, they just let you be. Are you gay? Do you like boys? Do you want to be a girl? I have a son and he's single. Number 4, my favorite. My boner's confused. I can has trap? Be it female or male. Bonus, they'll fall in love with you.
Oh my god, he's so cute. Maybe if I give him a raise, he'll start to notice me and then we can Netflix.
If it falls on one, firing a smart/hard worker just really isn't good business practice. That's if you're a really good worker. You reevaluate your assessment of, is the boss I'm working for here to judge me for my personal life or here to make money? I'm leaning towards 2 in terms of being the most likely solution. It's a mix of 2 and 3 for me. I've been doing this for a while, and if people found out upon their own accord, big whoop. We're here to exchange our services to live and make money, aren't we? Yeah, I think so. My boss used to poke so much fun at me. Blondie Rocks, is that your stripper name? It was never out of malice or disgust, and it did make me laugh a bit. Little did he know, he was right. It just comes down to how ready you are to deal with the situation. I know that some people are less fortunate than I am, but that is why I always stress safety first. Correct me if I'm wrong. That sort of goes along the lines of like the military, and almost for every other profession. As for an alias, it's more for safety, privacy, search relativity, and branding. With the world being diverse, you're never going to know what's gonna happen. If you put yourself out there, you're always prone to danger. Like when you go outside, you can get hit by a car, you can get jumped, possibly even worse, you can forget your cosmetic sponge soap. The world is full of great people, the world is full of bad people who take extremist approaches to see the world only their way. It doesn't apply to crossdress exclusively, but be it for the color of your skin, the religion you practice, your sexual orientation, or even how popular you are. As for security,
You guys want to know about my personal life?
Yeah, sure.
Here's my banking information, my address, my cell phone number, my social security. Oh, you want to know my measurements too?
Oh, yes, I can fit a 00.
this correlates to safety as well. Some people can get a little bit too fanatical, and the more exposure you get increases those chances of you meeting someone who can be mentally unstable and cause not only harm to you, but themselves as well. I'm sure you've seen it in the news before, where performers are actually attacked by their fans. It's not only that, Yandere people are real, guys! I'm super serial! Search relativity and branding. How are you going to find me? A name? Can't use my real name? Why? Oh yeah, security and privacy. Oh yeah, when you create something, sometimes you give it a title, right? Okay, so let's come up with a few examples. Think of like Anheuser-Busch. Those are the people who create beers like Stella, Bud, Gideon, Rolling Rock. They don't call it Beer 1, Beer 2, Beer 3, or Beer 4. The reason behind that is because each beer is targeted towards a specific demographic. I'm pretty sure that people are willing to buy something that they can make a connection to the name as opposed to just naming it Beer 1, Beer 2, Beer 3, Beer 4. So for all the people who are going to stop drinking Kirin because it wasn't brewed in Japan, come on, if you liked it before for the taste, rock with it. Okay, another example. Who is this guy? If you're guessing Jackie Chan, you're right. But if you're also guessing Chang Kong Sang, you're right as well. Why? Because you're less likely to remember Chang Kong Sang instead of Jackie Chan. You're a stripper, and you're the best stripper in the world. But your name is...
Humongous. Humongous.
Then why did you say that to me?
That's my name.
Do you want to get a dance from...
Humongous. That's my name.
Nah, chill, B. If Humongous got an alias like... Mercedes Benz over, it's gonna fucking rain. Shit. Like, J.K. Rowling is known as J.K. Rowling to counter any female bias in regards to becoming an author. It also goes for performers. It's a business tactic. Whether you have Madonna, Marilyn Monroe, Florida, because it works well with their branding. Wait a minute. Fuck. I am known as Blondie Rocks, but I'm currently not blonde. But Blondie is synonymous with a girl's name, maybe even a stripper. And I'm a boy, so guess it cancels out, right? But seriously, personal life, professional life. For me, it's just two things that I keep separate. If someone confronts me about it, I'll see how they react and deal with it accordingly. I'm there to work. End of story. If I'm at a con, I'm there to stare at the mirror with a whiskey and coke and be like, damn, I'd hit it, and then have another drink at the hotel lobby with friends. It's ultimately your choice based on how you gauge your surroundings and how you choose to proceed. I've met people who can fully live and embrace their lifestyle in open environments. They're confident about the ways that they dress, and they have no qualms about what other people think about them. I've also met a person on Omegle. He has a family, and unfortunately it's frowned upon where he lives. God knows the repercussions if he was caught doing that. I really felt for the guy, and I decided to give him my email just to see if I can offer any advice. And within the next 2 days... Boss! Do you like a bondage, please? Self-awareness, balance, and timing. There isn't a clear answer for everyone, but you do have your intuition to see what works for you. And if it does, and you love it, by all means. The passion of how much you really love something is measured by how much time and effort you spend on it. As a certain someone once said, I don't know how many years on this earth I've got left, but I'm gonna get real weird with it. The main idea is just to love the life you live and to live the life you love. Just be safe out there and try not to hurt anyone in the process. Other than that, if you guys happen to have any other more questions that I can offer any advice or insight to, just leave them in the comment section, shoot me a message, and I'd be more than happy to give you an in-depth answer of what I think. Bye bye. Also, shout out to Chonibyo for the question. You can check out his channel. There was one crossplay of him that I saw which I really like. Hi everybody! Somebody give me the bondage, please? Can somebody give me the bondage, please? Boss, I need a bondage, please. Please, boss, I have a bondage. Boss, please. I can have the bondage, please. Boss? Hey, boss? Hey, boss?